Hey everybody, it's Kelly and I have something fun for you today. I am going to show you my December daily prep. Now, just to start off, if you're trying to see like prep and that kind of stuff, this will be a great video for you. But if you want to get more ideas for album pages and those kinds of things, go to my playlist, and I have a playlist called December Daily 2016. This will be in a playlist called December Daily 2017, but in December Daily 2016, there is the prep video, there's the cover making video, and then there is also all of the days of videos, which I believe there's more than 30, like 39 of them, because last year I did my December Daily from Thanksgiving Day through New Year's Day. So really, for me, it's a holiday daily, not a December daily. But anyway, all of that information is in last year, and then I do a flip through as well as a separate thing. So if you're looking for more content early for December Daily, that's where you'll find a lot of it. This will be everything current for this year. So my plan for this year is to use the Simple Stories Snap album. This has a 2-inch ring binder on it, which is really nice because it's really thick. This year I might actually get it in without it doing this because I'm going to do a shorter album. My plan this year is to do my December daily or my holiday daily for December 1st for sure through probably January 1st, but it might only go through December 31st. We'll see how that works out. More on that later as I go through the season. I might not even know that until January 1st or close to that. So I've used a Simple Stories album for probably 5 or 6 years. I think this is the second or third time I've used this. This will be the 11th year that I've done the December Daily. So I believe I've done this as many years as Allie has been doing it. The first year I did it was because I was inspired by a project that I did with Heidi Swap. But I think Allie's been doing hers 11 years as well too. So at least in the form that we all know it now. So anyway, this is the album. It's really cute. It's got this little binder on it. I left this on so you can see like what the little piece is like. I'm going to take that off. And then these are the inserts that come with it. There's one 4x6, two 3x4s. These are going to be hard to see, but there's 4 3x4s here. This is 2 4x6s, and then these are 6x8s, and you can get a lot of these just in just packs as well too, in simple packs. So like I've done this often enough that like I'll just buy packs of 4x6s because I've done this for not just this but other small album projects. And I'll start out like this and I'll just add to them as you need them. Now you can see there's something in here, and the reason that is I've already been Christmas shopping. As a matter of fact, I'm more than halfway done. So as I've gotten receipts for Christmas presents, I've just stuck it in one of these 6x8 inserts. As I start this, that insert's going to end up going more and more towards the back, or this piece will end up going more towards the back until I'm ready to do the pages about presents. And I don't know when that's going to be. I also do have done Chamel's Journal Your Christmas class, so I do get those prompts as well, and sometimes I do that present page with her present pages and that kind of thing. But anyway, so that's already started, but that's a great way for you to hold that. I also every year use a 6x8 calendar, and I have not printed that yet, but if you go to my my Pinterest board for December Daily, and I'll link that up. I'll link the playlist and the Pinterest board up. If you go to the December Daily playlist, I have already pinned the 2017 calendar that I use. I printed at a 6x8 size, and I can't remember, it's free content that somebody offers. I've used them for probably at least the last 4 years. So that you will also see, I believe, in my prep video from last year. If nothing else, you'll see it within my flip through as well too. Okay, so that's the album. This year, again, I am going to use Elle's Studio Christmas Collections as the base of my album. And this is, I believe, last year's collection. It's called 'Tis the season. Yep. So this is from last year. So what I did is I just went to Elle's Studio and I bought a pack of this paper. And now that's not that much Christmas paper, but believe me, this is not, I don't need a ton. I already have a ton of Christmas paper, both from Elle's Studio and from other vendors. But these are kind of the colors that I'll be working with. And then I'm also going to use papers from a couple other of their Christmas collections, and I'm going to grab them here. Good Cheer being one of them. Here's a cut apart from Good Cheer, and these are some Good Cheer papers. So I'm also going to add this turquoisey color in too. I love that in my Christmas books, but these are just those pieces. And I think there's a couple. Good Cheer was from 2014, and then Joyful was 2015. So they did not actually do a Christmas collection this year, at least that I know of yet. It hasn't, they haven't brought anything out, and I would think they would have it out by now if they were going to. So anyway, this is leftovers. I actually won, I had bought a bunch of stuff on clearance, and then I won a pack of either Good Cheer or Joyful. So I had a bunch of that left. So that's the basis of my papers. And this is, I use this for scrapbooking everything for Christmas, not just December daily. So that's why I have 12 by 12 paper, because I don't necessarily really need that otherwise. Then I'm just looking. Here we go. So then the other thing I do have is I do have other Christmas papers that I've purchased over the course of the years that fit with these colors fairly well. Like this is a Pebbles Home for Christmas paper, so I have some of that. This is an Old Lily Bee paper that I discovered some Old Lily Bee in my stash. This is some photo play from this year that I always need reds and greens, so I pulled those papers. So that's going to go in there as well. And I'm kind of organizing these how I'm going to use them, or, you know, so my Elle's Studio will come first because that will be probably my main paper. I'm going to pull these cut aparts out first though, so that they're there. Okay, and then I also have, oops, and that's a scrap. So I also have vellum. There's a little polka dot, a bunch of star transparencies in vellum, and then just some foiled papers as well. So these two are from Chamel's Glitter Girl, if you're looking. It's a cream colored, but the older Elle's Studio papers are more cream based than white. And I might just use those for regular layouts too. So that'll go in my paper file. So I'll do that. And then let me show you how I store the papers. And I'm just rearranging things a little bit here. I've got stuff everywhere all over my scrap room. So what I do is I just have one of these Cropper Hopper pockets, and it's the it's like a page planner one. So this is where like all my scraps are sitting. I didn't pull those out for you, but there's a big envelope for the paper, which I'm gonna stick in there now. And trust me, there'll be a lot less of this by the end of the year. And then these are places that I can pop scraps and that kind of stuff. And I do have scraps here. I go through at the end of the year and I'll pull a lot of the scraps out. But sometimes there's papers like this is a paper that'll coordinate all of them. So I like keeping those. This green is hard to find, so I kept that. So anyway, that's what all of this is about, is all of the papers here. And then what will happen is this is a Cropper Hopper file folder, and what I do is this is any Christmas paper I have. So I have a little bit of October afternoon stuff left, not very much. I'm almost done with that. It's mostly stickers and stuff now. This is a Bella Boulevard collection that I won and got in a warehouse box last year, so that's in there. And then this is just a bunch of miscellaneous Christmas papers that I sometimes pull from. I worked really hard last year to try to get that down, but I still need to do a lot of work to get that down this year. So what I do is I just pop this in there, and then it's ready for me to pull out when I am ready to work on my December daily. It's really easy. I know that's where all of my papers are. So that's great. Now, that being said, all of my papers except for these, at least for now, and maybe I'll stick these in here now. But the December documented kit, which I bought from Elle Studio, and there is a video for that, so you can see the haul, came with these 6x8 papers already conveniently cut up for us. And there's not a lot of things that are, there are some things that are different and exclusive. So those will be different. And I think I need to get these tucked in here now that I think about it. So I'm going to take this back out just so I know where all my papers are. Okay, so I'm going to just tuck that in here. So that's in there. And then I also did buy the 6x6 pad for 'Tis the Season so that I had smaller things to cut up that were already, you know, 6x6. So that I want to get in here as well too. I have not done the 6x8 or 6x6 papers before, so we'll see how that works. I'm hoping that I use more of those and then save some of the bigger sheets for my regular Christmas scrapbooking, although I'll do both. Not that I have plenty of paper. So anyway, so I'm going to put this back in that file folder. So that's how I store that. Now, my embellishments, and I will tell you I have a horrible amount of Christmas embellishments, live here during most of the year. This is like an iris container, but this is one from Recollections, and I have one of the trays as well here with the dividers in. So that's how my embellishments live all year until I'm ready to do December daily. And then I do something different with them because I want December daily out on my desk, and this would not be convenient for me. And let me show you. Last year, I found this perfect basket, and I think I found it at Michael's, if I remember correctly. I don't know if you're going to get a good view of that, but there's just like a little hole in it. It's a little wicker basket. It's pretty big. I'll measure for you. It's because I have too many embellishments. So 14 by 10 by 14, and it is 7 inches deep. So big basket. I have a lot of stuff. I'm going to just throw that out there. We'll just be honest. So all of my embellishments live in here, and let's go through that and let's talk about how I do this. So I did tell you that my Elle Studio is going to be my main kind of main thing that I use for this, but I do use other things, or I have remnants from the past that I'm not ready to part with. So I'll show you that. Like here, I have some really old sticker sheets. Some of these just need to be gone now that I'm looking. Like at this one just needs to be gone. So a couple things from an old crate paper collection. Oh, that's why, because I've still got this one. Okay. And then I have a couple of American Crafts things where I really, again, worked really hard last year to get rid of these. So what I do, I'm going to make sure you can see this, is I'm just putting them in my little basket here. Okay. Then I have a couple of other things as I've gone through my stash that I really want to work through. And I won't go through anywhere near all of this stuff, and I'm okay with that. You know, I'm not having a problem with that. But if you do, don't use this much stuff. I have some old Heidi Swapp snowflakes and then some stickers. So those are going in. Those need to be used this year on something. I have these Recollection snowflakes that I bought a couple years ago. I've used a ton of these, but there were a ton in the pack. Look in their Christmas sections because they always have really great stuff there. This is a Heidi Grace rub-on. If I don't use that this year, I think it needs to go away. I've had it since 2007. Yeah, it definitely needs to go away. I have the chipboard here that matches the Bella Boulevard Christmas Cheer collection. And I also have the sticker, this little sticker set that matches that same collection. I'm just going to push this back a little bit so you can see this is how this is all coming. And then I have these Pebbles bags from a couple of years ago. I don't know if there's a date on them or not. 2014. And there's a ton of them in here, but I'm okay. I think last year I put receipts in them. Some years I put extra photos in them, but they're big enough that I can punch a hole in the side here and just stick it in my book. And I like that different dimension. Then I have a couple sheets of old labels here. These have been with me for quite a few years. I don't have probably 4 years, I bet, but I'm getting close to using them up. So there's those. There's this chipboard sheet from Fancy Pants that when I bought it, I thought it was more wood grainy looking, and it's actually more almost butterscotch color. So I'm not quite sure. I might need to get rid of this if I don't use it this year, because I think I've had this a couple years maybe. Anyway, can't find that. Then here's my Ellie Studio stuff, and I'll show you what I've got. So here are the 'Tis the Season puffy stickers, and I did buy a new sheet. I used almost everything from that last sheet, so I bought a new sheet. These were on a good sale, so that's why I bought them. Then this year, Ellie Studio came out with these puffy stickers. So I bought those, and I don't remember if those were in the December documented or not. Again, just refer to that video. And you can always go on their website. It's shopellstudio.com. And then this I just got, which are black and gray and green, red and white hearts. So I think those will be a nice addition. I do have hearts in a sheet that would include hearts in that turquoisey color. I'll just grab it. It's easy for me to do this because I have quite a few. That's not really the turquoise color. Yeah, this is, well, actually there are turquoise hearts. I don't know. I think I'm just going to grab these as a reminder that I have turquoise hearts, and we'll see what I do with that. And I also, now that I think about it, have some turquoise and green stars. So I'm going to pop those in there too. Then Elle Studio does tags and cutouts. So that's what these are from the 'Tis the Season. And I'll talk more about these as well. These are intact sheets right now. I have a couple stickers left from Joyful. So that's going to go in here. These are some Jelly Bean Soup stickers that I won. So those sheets are worked through really well, but they need to be gone. And then this is an Old Webster's Pages sheet that that I sometimes use. And I'm just looking at this now, and there's a Christmas list sticker, and my grandson, oldest grandson, just wrote his Christmas list up. So I'm going to just put this aside because if I can, I'll use it on that layout. Okay, then I have a couple of these snap pockets, these little snap cards here. They're 3x4 and 4x6, and sometimes I use them in the pocket so you can see through it. I'm having a hard time using these up, but they're still good. This did come from the December documented kit. It's a sheet of chipboard. And then this is from Chamel's Christmas Magic collection. I have a couple of those tinsel bows left, and these I haven't used in my December daily, but I have used them in my regular Christmas scrapbooking, so I want to make sure that they're there because I scrapbook out of this for regular Christmas scrapbooking. This is a package from the December documented of labels and some alphas and some stickers. So I will tell you, now that I've looked at this, I realize that I have not pulled any alphas to go with this. So I'm going to have to go back and grab some thickers. It's funny because I do have a sheet of candy cane stickers somewhere. So those will go in here. I'm just going to leave these out because it will remind me to do that. And then lastly, I got these puffy stickers both from Pebbles and My Mind's Eye with Christmas icons on them. And I bought those this year. So those are some new additions. Then here's the big what do I want to say? A big section of things that I use. So these are die cuts. I store my die cuts in these Cropper Hopper photo envelopes. You use 4 of these and they go in one big one. That's how I store all my die cuts. And you can see that in my scrap room tour if you're interested. But so this is an American Crafts, bunch of American Crafts ones. Those are almost gone. And then this is a Chicken and Eat Craft one. So that's just going to go in there. Then, oh, and here I can show you this. Here's one of the big ones. So 4 of these little ones would go in here. This is an October afternoon one here. And that's just got some old October afternoon stuff just because I do scrap with a little bit of October afternoon still. And then I have 4 of these, which I should, oh, here we go. I was going to say I should have 5. These are all of those cut apart sheets that I told you about, and then the big 12 by 12 cut apart sheets. When I cut them apart and there's not much left, I put them in here, and yeah, there's a ton. So I have, these are all Elle Studio. There's a green one, a red one, a pink one, a gray one, and an aqua one. So those are going to go in here. I know anytime I need a die cut or anything to reach in there. Then I have a multicolored one as well too. And then kind of lastly here, I have this is from 'Tis the Season last year. It's a pack of the bits and pieces, which are their die cuts. And I just kept them together because I still had quite a few of those left. Then I also have some flags from October afternoon and some die cuts there. So I'm going to put that back here. And then this is some 'Tis the Season, again, this is a brand new package that I bought on a sale this year. All right, so that's going to go in there. Then next, I have just a couple of miscellaneous things. I have a couple of bingo cards still from an old American Crafts collection, and sometimes I'll punch holes in these and just put them into the rings, and I can put a picture on the back. Sometimes I put them on another piece of paper or use them on a layout, but I like that, something different. And then this is a couple of printables that I've used in the past, or that I've printed from the past, and I haven't printed any of those yet, so I'm going to pop those on the side, so remember to do that. Then this is my leftover journaling cards that I have. Some of them came from the collections, and some of them, like, let me find you one. I know here's one. Some of them are also printables, like this. Just like that. So again, I'm going to pull this out so I remember to print some of those before I get started. And I'll do a lot of that work this weekend and next weekend before everything gets started. So that's what's in here, and I'm just keeping those in my 4x6, that 4x6 keeper here. Then right here is these are the 3x4 and 4x6 cards that came in December documented. So I should probably separate those back into this big one. Just because there's no picture or anything. So what I'm going to do with that is just going to tuck them in here. If they'll fit. I'm getting hung up on the plastic. Okay, anyway, so those are all my journaling cards here. Then I have a few more labels here. So I'll go, I think I'm going to stick those back by those other labels and cut aparts. Those will probably eventually end up in one of these envelopes, but that's where they are. And then this is something that I just got in the mail. This is the monthly kit for November. And I need to go through this because not all of this is Christmas themed, but some of it is. So there's these punch outs, and there's cards, 4x6 cards, and then 3x4 cards. Okay, so that's the November monthly kit. And that I'll just stick in here as well. And I'll probably stick it right in that, again, that same piece there, because I can't tell. They don't, like their other products, they'll have a picture on the back of what it is, but these kits, they don't. So it doesn't make any sense for me to hold that. And then these I could just punch out and pop in my die cut thing. So a little bit of work to do here yet, but getting close. Then the next thing, and I think I'm actually going to leave these out because I'll know I need to do that. See, I organized this a little bit and I still have things. So then these are some wood words that I really thought I'd use a lot of last year. They came from the Michael's Dollar Spot last year, and I didn't use very many of them at all. So they are a little delicate, but those are going back in because I want to use them this year. Then I've got this guy. He was like a little gift card holder, and I wanted to attach him in somewhere in my December daily, but he never fits because it's so full. So this year I'm hoping he's going to go in there. Next these are brand new this year. It's some cork embellishments with Christmas on. So I actually have 2 packages of those. Then I have the wood. So this is a package of miscellaneous wood from previous years that I still have left over. There's trees and stars and all sorts of stuff. You can't get a hold of this anymore, so I'm not going to talk about it too much. These are some wood. This is some wood that I just bought. So these are available, or they were available. I have 2 packages of these really cool snowflakes. So that'll be fun. And then there's this package of wood embellishments that I believe came in the December documented kit. Some stars and just phrases. And then again, some more wood. Some stars, wood stars. And then this, I just bought this 2018. You'll see also an acrylic version of this. I don't know. One of them I'll use in my December daily. And then the other one I will use probably on a layout talking about New Year's Eve, depending on what I do. So that's that. Then I have the acrylic words. So here is that 2018 that I was talking about. I have the Santa word here. So that may end up on a layout about my grandson's Santa letter. We'll see. This came from December documented. I believe it says Merry and Joy. I think that's from there. And if it's not, it actually was just a little extra. But it says Merry and Joy and some acrylics. And then these are some leftover acrylics that I had some stars in colors that will coordinate with this. So that's going in here as well. So those are going in here. And then I also have packages of acrylics here. This is 'Tis the Season from last year. There's a couple things that I didn't use there. There's a tree that I broke, so I'll try to use that this year. And then some acrylic stars. I don't know if you can see that or not. And sorry, I just hit my phone there. So those are in there. And then these are more packages of acrylics here. They're little stars and then a snowflake. Those are going to go in. And then last but not least, for this part of it, are enamel dots. So I have some specific Christmas ones. These are pop drops. Every time I could find these, I bought tons of these packages from October Afternoon. There's the ones from Chamel's Christmas and then line, and then this is some special candy ones. But I also just have pearls in green and red, and then enamel dots in green and red, some stars and some hearts in green and red. And then this is an old package of Teresa Collins ones that works as well. So that's all of those pieces. So, and I'm going to adjust my phone here, so I apologize. There you go. I wanted you to be able to see. See, now this is all running down the side. I kind of know the order. I've done this for a few years, so I kind of know where I can find things. So then, this side is still empty, guys. I wonder if I can fill that up. Oh yeah, I have a problem. So anyway, the next package of things I have are kind of miscellaneous things here. I have some paper snowflakes, some chipboard snowflakes, some more paper snowflakes here. And then these are some snowflakes that a friend of mine cut for me. So they're going to go in. There's my snowflake stash. These are some snowflakes that are glittered in red and silver that I bought from Walmart a few years ago, and I just keep them in this little bag. So those will all go in here. And because those weren't enough snowflakes, for shame, I'm kind of embarrassed. I just bought these. I was at Hobby Lobby and didn't realize how many snowflakes I had. Obviously, I have a snowflake issue. But there's some more snowflakes. These are just glittered and white. And I like to take like a sheet of paper and lay a bunch of those on there when I do regular layouts. So that's how I often use all of those. Then I have a couple of little mini envelopes. Some other envelopes that I can use for journaling that'll go either on layouts or they can go in one of the pockets. And then I have an old Starbucks gift card here that I might use as, sometimes I'll just use it and punch a hole in it to have something different within the book. So that's what that is. And then, because I didn't have enough kinds of snowflakes, here's a package of wood snowflakes that I bought. I know, I'm embarrassed. And then I have a package of wood trees, of large wood trees. Let me say they're large, because I do have other wood trees you'll see in just a second. So, note to self, Kelly, no snowflakes anymore. You have plenty. Then, speaking of wood, I have this, what I've done is I have a little Pyrex dish here. I'm hoping you can kind of see that. Can you see that? And I just put wood veneer in there. So a bunch of snowflakes. There's words here that are Christmas associated. There's trees in here, little tiny trees. And that's just all sort of mixed up. I have the bigger stuff on top here so I can pull it off easily. When I want wood veneer, I can go in here. I know it's here and I can grab it. Plus I have all this over here, don't I? And then I also have another dish here. These are even bigger. I had a ton of these, but I've gone through most of them, believe it or not. And then some bigger words like peace and snow and holidays. I've got a little chipboard piece. I've got a ribbon in here. And then in here, I have a few pieces of Christmas flair left that I haven't used. A button and some silver eyelets and charms. So all that's kind of sitting in there is miscellaneous stuff to use. So I'm going to actually take this out. We're going to put this back in here. And then there's the other thing that I had stuck in here. And I'm going to open this up a little bit so you can see it. I'm hoping you can see that. I don't want to dump a ton of this out in my hand. But this came from the December Documented kit. And it's trees and sequins. And it's really basically confetti to use when you make a pocket, when you seal a pocket. And I do have a memory, We Are Memories Keeper, the heat tool that seals pockets. So that I just stuck on there on top. And then this is from Felicity Jane, and they're just acrylic snowflakes because I didn't have enough kinds of snowflakes to choose from. You're all laughing at me now, which you should, and I should be embarrassed, but that's okay. Then, lastly, I have another one of, so that was another Pyrex bowl. Here's another one, and what I have in here is Christmas washi. So washi in that blue color, red. I don't have much green. But just a little bit of that and some red twine and a little bit of green twine. I don't have green twine and I'm not going to buy it. I'm telling you, I'm not going to buy it. So anyway, so that's all going to sit in there. And then you can see I have a little bit of space here, right? So what goes there? Well, that would be where my stamps go. So I have a snowflake stamp and another one here because, you know, I just don't have enough. I have an L Studio number stamp here. These both came from Allie Edwards last year from the December Daily, so more numbers. And I didn't use many of these. I want to try to do that this year. And then phrases. I love this stamp. This is one of my all-time favorite stamps. And I use it all year round because there's things like connecting with others, time together, oh, what fun, today's story, that kind of stuff. So good phrases all year long. So that's that. I have a couple of Elle Studio stamps here. So these are Christmas stamps. And again, I won some of these. I didn't buy all of these. So some good cheer stamps here. And then this is a more limited one with words like celebrate love this month. And then you can put it in a tab. Some stars, which will be nice. And then that other stamp I showed you. So that's just going to sit right here. And I can just pull those when I feel the urge to be stamping. And then lastly, what I do is I have a specific Christmas date stamp with Christmas phrases. So I'll tuck that in there. Here's my stamping block. That goes in there, and I usually just kind of shove it in here. And yeah, I have to reorganize this and that kind of stuff. And then this is my Hero Arts Pale Tomato ink. And I'm going to pull this out just so I remember to try to use like a red. I think I have more of a leaf green, not a good green to go with this. And oops, I just found a little wood veneer there. So that I'm just going to stick in there as well too. So that's in there. But so this is what my December daily prep looks like, what my basket looks like. So hopefully this helps you guys. Oh, and I was going to show you one more thing, the red. I'll be right back. And I can't find the thickers I was looking for. I have to really look because I seriously have candy stripe thickers somewhere. I don't know where they are. I'm going to look for that. I think I still do anyway. I don't think I've used them all. But what I'll do here is I'll just grab a couple red and green that are my favorites. Here's one of my favorite red ones to use. And there's some green. And I'll just pop them in the back here. I think you can see that. And then the other thing I'll do is grab my Elle Studio colors that coordinate. These are the letter and number stickers. So like here's some green, some black, some gray, some red. I know the yellow isn't going to necessarily work. And I have won some of these as well. And I'll just stick those in right in front of the thickers. So they're easy to find. So any letter and number stickers and that kind of stuff that coordinate with this. I know I have this sheet of tiny red as well, and I like to use these for the numbers sometimes. So all that stuff will go tucked to the back of this because I know where they are, and that makes my life really easy. So anyway, I believe that's it. That's all my prep. So I'm ready to go. Seriously, I could start December daily today, just as it is. I have a couple little things that I want to do, as I said, like printing some of the printables and that kind of stuff that I have, but other than that, I am ready to go. So if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. I'd love to answer your questions. My plan is to start on December 1st, as I said. So you will probably not see the video until December 2nd, just so that you know. And then after that, I am going to try to do a video a day. With the caveat with that, I am working a ton more hours this year than I did last year. And it was hard to do it last year, so I'm not going to make any promises. That is my intention. That's my hope. And hopefully I'll be able to do that. I will try to warn you if I think a video isn't going to make it the next day, but we'll see how it goes. You know, we'll cross our fingers. It's not the video making time, it's the video uploading time that gets all of us who are YouTubers, honestly, seriously. So, all right, everybody. I hope you are all doing well. And I know this is really early, but Merry Christmas. I'm so excited to get this project started. Bye, everybody.